Well, hello everyone. It is August 1st, 2025, and we are back with our monthly analysis video. This will publish India time, midnight, August 1st. And I am I am pre-recording this quickly on the day I am actually going to be leaving for the trip. So I'm going to be hurrying up a little, and there's also a whole bunch of notes for this month because so many strange things happen. So as usual, let's start off with the guest distribution. Apologies for me rushing. I think I'm gonna be rushing a little bit. So zero fails both months for me. Two sixes this month, whereas last month I had one, so that's one worse, I guess. Okay, five fives this month, whereas last month I had two. All right, and then so that's three worse, and then 10 fours this month, whereas last month I had 11, so one less. I had 12 threes this month, whereas last month I also had 12 threes, so that's a tie. Two twos this month, whereas last month I had four, so that's two less, I guess. And then zero ones both months. For Squirtle failed once this month, whereas last month it did not fail at all. Four sixes this month, whereas last month I had two, so two worse. Eight fives, I know it's a lot. Eight fives this month, whereas last month they had two, so that's six worse. Wow. I know this month was the second half of the month was rough. 12 fours this month, whereas last month I also had exactly 12 fours, so that didn't change. Six threes this month, only six, whereas last month they had also 12 threes. Wow, so that's six worse. And then zero twos this month, whereas last month they had two, so that's two less. And then zero ones both months. So it's crazy. I know the results are really interesting this time, and I'll show you guys when we get to those. So before we get to the scores, as like we usually do, we're gonna talk about the annotations. I know last month I don't think I really had any annotations for the most part, but this time we have a lot of annotations. Starting with here, I highlighted July 5th and 6th, the Saturday and Sunday. Strange weekend. Baylor and Atrio. It was a strange weekend. And we both happened to get 4-4. We both happened to get a 4 for both of them, so that's funny. Another strange Saturday, Sunday with Exile and Gnome. Another tricky weekend where we both got Exile in 5, we both got Gnome in 3, so like exact same scores as well for each word. And then this is the one I call the Gauntlet Week with this ridiculous thing: undid, foist, nervy, modal, loris. We had some strange words, really strange words. I'm honestly lucky I even got 1-3 in those 5 days. And yeah, as you can see, Squirtle got a whole bunch of sixes. I think got 4 of them. 8-5 is a loss. That's 12 fives and sixes. And it even failed, so that's 13 then, I guess. And okay, wow, that's terrible. And I'm going to show you guys a new record that was also broken for this month. And then this ward was just a Saturday, kind of broke the gauntlet week again. That's okay. And then we had Tizzy, and then this is highlighted in green. We finally had the word burned as an answer. And then this gopher here, probably the weirdest word that we had out of all of these words of the whole month. This was probably the worst one. Gopher. that was so strange. And then these words were all normal, so that's good. Alright, so now we're going to get on to the scores. Let's see. I think now you can see all of them. Alright. So 117 for me, 137 for Squirtle, a 3.77 average. I did good the first half. The second half is what ripped me off, but so that's why it's still a 3.77 average, so not bad at all. And here's where the record has come. 137 is not only the highest score that it's ever gotten in the 2 years I've been doing this. We also got a higher average, 4.42. I believe the former highest average was I believe it was just 4.2. I'm not counting the Squirtle with hard mode. I don't even remember what I got, but I'm not counting that. The hard mode doesn't not the hard mode, the hard starting words, that doesn't count. That's just the normal with the normal slate. 4.42 average, all the way from a 4.2. It's a huge new record. And I know it's just a horrible month for Squirtle. I know, it's so bad. Oops. Okay. And then 4, these are just 4, a 1.01 standard deviation for me, 1.04 for Squirtle. The standard deviation is quite bad for both of us because it's second half of the month. All these bad scores are because of the second half of the month. First half was pretty decent. Second half is where everything just turned around. And then it's like from like July 12th, 14th-ish, yeah. So alright. These thankfully are the same for the most. 3, 4, 1, 3 for me. That's just usually the same. Squirtle though, 4, 5 though, instead of 3, 4 this time. 1, and then mode of 4, it's pretty normal for Squirtle. And now the differences are gonna be the funniest part of this whole video. This is where things actually are just, oh my god. So I did 13 worse, Squirtle did 27 worse. And the average is 0.31 worse. Okay, that's not terrible. Like, it's still quite bad, but it's not very bad. And then Squirtle got 0.75 worse average. That's a gigantic difference. That's crazy. And then deviation median. So median 1 worse for me. I had a 3 last time. I got so many 3s last month. Median for Squirtle stayed the same. 0.09 worse standard deviation for me. 0.1 worse for Squirtle. So that not much different for that. Squirtle did worse for the for first and third quartile by 1. Everything else is just a 0. They all just stayed the same like they usually do. IQR also still a 1 because both first and third quartile each went up by 1. So the IQR just balanced out. So Alright, let's go to the 100 Days of Hard mode and show you guys. Here are the scores after this month. I think I had about a I forgot what I had last. 3.3 or 3.4 average last. From the June's words, it went up to 3.6, which is still not terrible with these disgusting words we had. Squirtle, though, went up to 4.13 after this month, which sucks. My median is a decimal number right now. That's funny. 3.5 median. And then 4 for Squirtle. 1.01 standard deviation. Wow. My standard deviation skyrocketed up. Say as Squirtle's did too. Well, I don't remember about Squirtle's, but also above 1. 3, 4, 1, 3. Squirtle's third quartile now is a 5. Yeah, rip Squirtle. Oh my god. So the IQR is a 2. The mode is still the same. The mode was a 3 both this month and last month, so that makes sense. So yeah, I think these stats were the exact same last month, so that's why this still stayed the same. For Squirtle, I believe the 5 and the 2, those went up by 1. So yeah. July definitely, wow. Very interesting month. So there you go for this month's analysis video. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.